celebration for us here at Mindset Cafe in Gano, Excel. We started this about a year and a half ago because the economy shifted on us. I don't know about anybody in the room, maybe it didn't affect you, but I was in construction, owned a construction company. My wife was a real estate agent. She still is. Now, 4 years ago, it was like manna from heaven, right? Anybody in those industries? Yeah, you were? Nobody else? Nobody else rolling? Okay. And what happened for us is, with the economy doing very well, we thought that this was something that was going to go on forever. We had hoped. It was naive. When the economy shifted, we went from waking up and putting on the floor, like exactly what we were going to do to make money. Let's face it, us guys, when we're breathing on our chest, every chest on our chest, right? Two, waking up every morning after the economy shifted, putting our feet on the floor and not knowing what the heck we were going to do. And so, I'm excited to share some information with you, really turn things around for Gano and I. We go to work to work. I think everybody here in Idaho is the same way, right? Nobody's lazy in this room. We just need to know what to do. The industries that we had a couple of years ago, for a lot of us, they're gone. And they're gone forever. This isn't a good or bad economy, it's just a new economy. And so what we were able to do is position ourselves in front of a major trend. While the rest of the economy is tanking and people are hopeless and scared, we're in an industry that is absolutely booming, and we're hopeful and excited. Looks like excited, right? And so you've been invited. Those of you, I know a lot of people are in the room because Mark Warnke has invited you here. He wanted to extend his sincere gratitude that you showed up tonight while he's on a plane to LA. Mark's been doing fantastic with Gano Excel, and he's been invited down to Gano Excel Corporate to actually do some video, to actually build commercials for this company. If you know Mark, high five when he gets back. He's really doing something. And for the rest of you folks, we've got a gentleman who is the director of field relations for Gano Excel. This is an individual who's doing extremely well in Salt Lake City. He was running a couple mobile phone stores.
22.
That was knocking down some very, very big money. That's an industry that does well in down economies, good economies, any economy. He heard about Gano Excel. It took about 4 months to get him to move over corporately, but he did. He moved his entire family from Salt Lake City, Utah, to Irwindale, California, and he is an integral part of Gano Excel. This is an individual who knows this product and company inside and out, many times greater than any of us in this room. And so, I'm grateful to introduce this guy. So if you would, please put your hands together and help me introduce Mr. Mike Paramoto.
Thank you. How's everybody doing today? Can everybody hear me okay? I have a loud voice. Now, that's from years and years of being in a warehouse giving this presentation a lot and them not giving me any microphones or speakers. So I learned to enhance my voice as much as possible. Now, how many people here are here for the first time? First time people? Okay, this presentation is more for you because it's about belief. How many people here know if you can't believe in what you're doing, it's hard to get other people to believe in what you're doing, right? So today we're going to teach you using a couple of things. Number one is science. Number two is common sense, okay? And number three is just the truth. We're not going to load you full of feel-good stories of miraculous recoveries. We could do that, and we could show it, we could even prove it. But that's not what we're here to do today. We're here to show you exactly how and why it works the way it does. Therefore, you can make an intelligent decision yourself whether or not this is the right thing for you or not. Is that fair? Okay. Now, the first thing that I always ask people is, what is the very first thing you need to do to become healthier? Now, before somebody pops up with a question, if you've seen this before, let the new people answer. Anybody here know what that is? The very first thing. Some people think it's nutrition, right? It comes before nutrition. It comes before exercise. In fact, the first thing you have to do in order to become healthy or do anything is simply decide you want to do it. Does that make sense? Now, those people that make a healthy decision in their lives, what percentage of them actually stick with it past 6 months? Now, before you answer that question, let me ask you a few more. How many people here know somebody that started a diet, but they never finished? Right? How many people here know somebody with a gym membership, but they don't go? How many people here know somebody that bought one of those ab machines off a commercial, but they don't use it? Now, the harder questions to ask people would be, how many people do you know that started a diet, accomplished their goal, and here's the hard part, maintained it? How many people do you know that exercise every single day? How many people do you know that actually have a six-pack? And we're talking about the one on your stomach, right? We're not talking about the one inside your fridge. 97% of everybody quit. 97% never make it. Well, let me ask you this question. How many people here know somebody that drinks coffee? Anybody? If you're not raising your hand, you're lying. Now let me ask you this question. How often do those people forget their coffee? Never. Why? For 8 out of 10 Americans, coffee's a what? It's more than a habit. I heard it. Addiction. Now there's light addictions like me, and then there's heavy addictions like this guy. How many types of addictions are there out there, though? Would you believe me if I told you there's only 2 types of addictions? There's either illegal ones or legal ones, right? Now there's a guy in every corner selling drugs to people. Well, let's talk about legal addictions for a second. For now, let's call them Starbucks. And aren't they in every single corner too? Who's winning? Starbucks is. How do we know that? Well, guess what people drink more of when they try to give up smoking, drinking, or doing drugs? They drink more coffee. In fact, it's the one addiction people use to help get rid of other addictions in life. It's the #1 comfort food, second largest traded commodity, and second most consumed beverage other than water. Now, what do we do with coffee? It's very simple. We make it good for you. Now, do we call it healthy coffee? We used to, but we found out calling it healthy coffee was actually really bad marketing. Why? Well, if I said, hey, would you like to try some healthy coffee? Most people will say, no, thank you. I like coffee that tastes good. Because healthy and taste good don't always go together, right? Hey, would you like to try some healthy coffee? No, thank you. I like coffee that has caffeine in it. Why else would you drink coffee? Hey, would you like some healthy coffee? No, thank you. I only drink real coffee. I've tried Postum before, and I didn't really like it too much. So instead of calling it healthy, we called it what it really is, and that's enriched. What does enriched even mean? Well, it simply means we're adding something to real coffee. So the only question they should ask you then is, what do you enrich it with? Now, some people still might ask you, does it have caffeine in it? My answer to them is, I sure hope so. Isn't that why people drink coffee? In fact, if you knew how they decaffeinated coffee, well, you probably wouldn't drink it anyways. It's a harsh chemical process far worse for you than the caffeine ever could have been. How many people here have ever tried decaf before? Well, how does that formaldehyde taste? Or the 5 other cancer-causing chemicals used to decaffeinate most major brands today? Who'd like a second cup now? Why not? Just kidding. Now, let me ask this question. How many people have ever tried enriched products before? Trying our coffee today. Are you sure? I mean, they're pretty common. Vitamin water, Gatorade, orange juice with calcium, milk with vitamin D, and my favorite, Wonder Bread. How many people have tried it now? Everybody's tried enriched products, right? But let's talk about vitamin water for a second. What do we call vitamin water before we added the vitamins? When I was a kid, we actually called it Kool-Aid. It's flavored water. So you add some vitamins to Kool-Aid, what happened? It became a billion-dollar industry. Billion-dollar industry. Now, the question is what did we put in the coffee that makes it so much better than all these products? Well, we put a very special botanical in there called Gano lucidum, also known as reishi, lingxu, yangji. Now, if you're not sure what Gano lucidum is, and this is your first time here, first time trying our coffee, you might be a little surprised to find out that Gano lucidum is, yes, a giant red mushroom. So yes, you drink mushroom coffee. Don't worry, they're not those kind of mushrooms. You'll be fine. Now, there's over 200 different varieties of Gano lucidum, and they're all very good for your body. But there are some better than others and some better than those. But when you get to the very best ones, they start targeting your body in different ways. So there is one best for your immune system, one best for the cardiovascular system, one best for the internal organs, and so on and so forth. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that claim that they're better than we are. They claim to have the best Gano lucidum. Now, my question to them is the best for what? Because if the best ones target, what does yours target? And they can never answer the question. They always tell me, look, the people that sold us the Gano lucidum said it was the best. I go, wow, that's a big claim to make with nothing to back it up with. So, of course, they get upset with me. And they go, well, Mike, if you're so smart, and I say, thanks for noticing. What's yours the best for? And I say, well, ours is the best for everything. I thought you just told me one couldn't be the best for everything. It can't. That's why we use 6. The 6 most beneficial for the human body, giving you a full body targeted healing effect. Now, which one would you want to drink? The one that helps your entire body or the one that doesn't? Well, obviously you want the one best for your body, right? The second thing we do different is a proprietary extraction method. What does proprietary mean? It means we're not going to tell you how we do it. Why? We already have 20 companies trying to copy us. When I say copy us, we were the first. The second thing that we do, well, the first thing that proprietary extraction method does is it makes the Ganoderma lucidum absorb in your body quickly and easily, which isn't easy to do with Ganoderma lucidum, especially not in coffee. The second thing we do is we make the formula odorless and tasteless. Why is that important? Well, if our coffee didn't taste good, nobody would drink it, right? But before we talk about the science, excuse me, why and how and what we do, let's figure out why we need it. Why here, why this country, why now? It has nothing to do with money. Let me ask this question. Why do we think Americans are so unhealthy? What do I mean unhealthy? Don't we have the best medical technology in the world? Absolutely. But why is it that out of the top 29 countries, we rank 26th in mortality rate? What does that mean? It simply means we die far younger than the people in Japan do. Now, when I say we, I actually mean you. I'm Japanese, so good luck with that one. But why is it that we're not healthy in this country? You know, a lot of people tell me, look, it's knowledge. If somebody would teach me how to be healthy, I could be healthy, right? And back when I was a personal trainer, that's exactly what I wanted you to think. Why? Because it would cost you $80 an hour for me to teach you one thing. Some common sense. How many people here know you need to drink more water to be healthy? Eat more vegetables. Walk around the block a couple times every night. Maybe not the blocks around here, they're pretty big, but normal block sizes, right? Yeah, that's the bare minimum people need to do to be healthy. Why don't people do it? Why don't people do it? They always tell me the same thing. I would if I had more time. And I go, wow, you must be really busy then. I work 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. I have 2 small children and a very, very needy wife. Now, don't laugh, you haven't met her. But every single day I exercise. How do I do it? I still have no time. I just spell it a little different. I know my time. I make time. Now, if you can't make enough time in your life to do something good for your body every single day, well, there's a magical button in your house. If you press that button, yes, it will shut your TV off. It's not time or knowledge. Yeah, exactly. It's not time or knowledge why we're not healthy in this country. It comes down to one major reason. It's the same reason I drive my car and there's a volume control on my steering wheel. Because it hurts my arm to twist that little knob down there. It's the same reason I go to McDonald's and if I don't get my food in 5 minutes or less, I get upset. You want to get me really upset? Make me get out of my car to get the food. What have we become as a society? Maybe just a little bit lazy. Now, do I mean lazy as we don't do anything? Absolutely not, especially not here. I'm sure everybody here works very hard at what you want to work hard at. Let me ask this question, though. Here in this United States, haven't we been blessed with a lot of modern conveniences? We have more than any other country does. But that also causes problems, right? It also causes problems. Now, let's talk about it here. It's not lazy, it's about convenience. How many people here have a cell phone? If you left your cell phone at home, would you want to go get it? Why? Well, it rings and tells you when something important is going to happen, right? What if you forgot to take your vitamins, minerals, or supplements in the morning? What would you do? Well, I'll take them tonight. I'll take them tomorrow. And I figured out why. Your vitamins, minerals, and supplements, they don't ring and tell you when you're going to get sick, do they? They don't ring and tell you what you're going to get sick with. When you get sick, where do you go? No, you go to the doctor. How many people have ever been to the doctor? You know? What do they give you when you go to the doctor? They give you medicine. What do they call that? Treatment. Treatment. How many people here know it's better to prevent than it is to treat? Right? But guess what treatment is in the United States? It's a $3 trillion industry. They don't want you to get better, but they don't want you to die either. They want to keep you right in between in treatment. It's true. Prevention in every other country is big. You prevent, you prevent, you prevent, you prevent until finally, sometimes you have to treat. The reason why we're the 26 countries, we don't believe in prevention. Well, we don't know about prevention. Now, Mr. Liao Sun-Seng, the founder of our company, said, you know what, that's not right. I'm going to help everybody do a little bit of prevent every single day in a way they'll never forget to do it. Now, Mr. Liao, more than being the founder of our company, he's a mycologist.